live as much as I can right now because I don't have much longer to go, and that's the way I look at things. And you got to have money to do it. If you got something that you don't need and you can sell it and use it. That's what I say.
Yeah.
It's what I do.
Yeah.
And and that's what I've been trying to do.
I agree with
the little
you.
things. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of big things
Right.
left, but
we gather a lot of junk as we get old because we just have stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think when I look over there's a sledgehammer right there I found a while back up on the hill in the barn.
Yeah.
And I mean, we got them laying around everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. If I brought it down here now, I wouldn't have done this when I was young, but I brought it down here and took a steel brush and cleaned it up. I painted it black.
Yeah.
And cleaned it all up. Well, they ain't nobody gonna use that sledgehammer.
Well, ain't
you know
no
what
way.
I mean? They're not gonna use it, but it looks really nice.
Yeah, it
but I'm
does.
thinking there's stuff in life that we get so much junk. That's why I think tiny living, that's what they call it now. I think there's such a great wisdom that goes on in people living it's not just called tiny living, minimalistic living.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
And start to do that.
Same thing, that we're talking about. I mean, that I've been talking about. You get to realizing that you don't need all this stuff.
Yeah.
You don't need a 5,000 square foot house.
Yeah.
How are you going to get into every room and clean all this
Right.
stuff? And
Houses too.
It's
I'm a firm
dread.
believer that can be a burden.
Oh, the taxes.
And the greatest thing we
Heat.
ever done was move in a little 800 square foot house. Was the greatest thing we ever did.
Yeah, because that's all you need.
Yeah.
Me, I could be fine in a camper, but it don't make no difference to me. I've got a place to stay and everything, and that's good. But it don't really make a lot of difference. You've got to have a place to stay.
Right.
Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I believe in that, but all the stuff that you don't need, you just don't need it.
Yeah. I'm agree. So what you're going to do is you start committing to really spending more time with people.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Because you need to see them. You need to see the people you love.
Yeah.
And do things.
And that's
with them.
work. You got to do it.
You got to
make
work at
yourself
it.
do it.
You got to work. You got to work at
So
it.
when I have dinner at the house, you have to be there.
Yeah.
Quit goofing around.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, quit calling me the night before.
I don't forget. Forget about it, okay? And then I can be talking to you and forget about it.
Me too. I
can. Well, let's see. We got just one or two more topics.
Okay.
Let's talk about my dad.
Oh yeah.
Okay. When we think about Dad, I know Dad loved you.
Oh,
he really
yeah.
loved you. My dad did. He loved
Yep.
Charlie, and I know you loved him.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and so when I think about him and I think about things of Dad, I mean, and Dad wanted to live to be 120, and Mom never wanted him to do that. Because she said, I don't think I can take care of an old man. Okay, and I used to tell him all the time, I said, Dad, I don't know about that 120 stuff. I said, I mean, you ain't skipping around now. And we would always laugh and talk about it.
We'd laugh.
But I think about when my dad died. I was sharing this morning. I never felt old till my dad died. I aged in 2 months. I felt like I aged 10 years.
Yeah, and once your mom's gone, you're going to really feel alone.
Right, you feel alone. You're like an
there ain't
orphan.
nobody there.
Yeah.
That's what happened. No, my dad died first, kind of like Brother Eddie did, and my dad was 87 when he died, and my mom was she was 89. But anyway, my dad died, I think 8 years before Mom died or something like that. He died in 92. She died in 99. About 7 years, 8 years, something like that. But anyway, when she died, I felt so all alone. Because you could always go home.
Right.
But then home ain't there now.
Right.
The home was gone.
Yeah.
You can always go back to home. Just like something happened to Sister Harriet.
Right.
You can go back over at war.
But it's not
They ain't
so.
got nothing
It's
in
not-
war.
it's not
Ain't
home.
nothing there.
Yeah, it's not home.
It ain't home.
No. I think people make as we said, people make it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And but I think about that with Dad. Like I said, Dad loved you. He
loved him.
You, Charlie and Dad done a program every week together and took thousands of prayer requests from all over the country and prayed for people, and so many testimonies of people that lives were saved
Yeah.
because the healing was prayed for
Yeah.
them. And he loved you and he thought about you a lot, talked
Yeah.
about you all the time.
I know
Yeah.
he did. I loved
He
him.
did. And
I loved him,
It's
Daddy.
something. But when like
He
I
taught
said,
me a lot. I learned a lot. Once
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought I knowed a lot.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot.
He'd come up with, Dad called them formulas. He'd have an idea and have a formula about something. He'd have it, on his mind,
Yeah.
and he'd have something on his mind like that, and he'd share
And
it.
he was right. It was.
Yeah.
It is a formula to it.
It's a formula.
Everything is.
Well, yeah.
It's a formula.
I shared it the other day. I said, if you don't believe in the Bible, you don't believe in heaven, you don't believe in hell. If you would just take the Bible and use it like a rule book.
Yeah. It's still
And
working.
say, all right, handling children, what should I do? Handling my money, what should I do?
That's right.